Welcome back to Houston, the site of today's Unsigned Hype tournament. Back getting SimWorld Prep basketball rolling again after a couple months since the champion was crowned. I'm Marsh, joined in the booth for today's action by B-Ron. B-Ron, we've got 4 teams, 20 players, and none of them rostered right now. First to 15, single elimination tournament. How are we feeling?
I'm feeling really good, Mark. Good to be back on the games with you, my friend. And we saw a champion crowned here a few months ago, and now we're getting ready to see the last chance of these players to impress the coaches. Always fun.
We've got Team Southeast in the black, except James Canton decided to wear white. And that's the other squad in white is going to be the Team Red. Southeast is going to be in black. That's Elias Platt, DeMarco Graham, Leland Buckley, Xavier Rubin Matthew, and of course James Canton. Meanwhile in white, but referred to on the scoreboard as red, as the bucket there for Team East, is Javion Deck, Nakia Deckard II, Kashawn Coulson, Kyrie Petty, and Cade Nix.
And looking down these lineups for your roster, if you want to call them that, these are the top 5 and top 5 players still available for coaches to sign to their teams or get committed to teams and that kind of stuff. And we saw a lot of good things last season at Unsigned Hype. So that was where I believe Blaine Kidd made his impression on coach. They ended up going to SimWorld Atlantic. So maybe we'll see what kind of things happen from here going forward and what kind of players make their mark here and potentially have a big season going into from the Unsigned Hype phase.
First bucket there for Team Red, that's Kyrie Petty out of Maryland. As Team Black scoring 1 point for every 2-pointer, if you will. 3-pointers are now worth just 2. First to 15. Here comes Buckley to the paint. Tough layup. In and out, won't go. Reuben Matthew, the follow-up, gets it to go.
Yeah,
seeing some size here early on for Team Black.
Yep, so yeah, if you're unfamiliar with Unsigned and how it works, basically we have pickup game rules, so it's 1s and 2s, not 2s and 3s, and then it's the first to 15 wins. Maybe it is a win by 2 in there. I don't know that for sure, but we'll see when we get to that point if we have that come up, I guess.
On deck gets it to go. The big name, if this seems to be James Canton of real plays, held overboard so far. Ball's been going through the likes of Elias Platt, the number 5 ranked player in the Southeast region, a talented point guard. Here's Canton himself. Dishes it to Platt. Platt, a little pull up inside the free throw line, won't fall. Rebound heads the other way. That's Deck. Deck, a big name, number 1 player out of the Northeast region, out of New Windsor, New York. Deckard off the front rim, won't fall. Now, Platt, one of the better passers here in the country, so for teams looking to add one, as if James Canton doesn't go highlight reel, goes off the glass for that bucket. But teams looking to add some point guard depth, some playmaking, some ball handling off the bench. Platt could potentially be that name. Here's a step back, that won't fall. Rebound goes to DeMarco Graham, the former member of Yacht Club, no longer.
And we talked earlier, maybe months ago, about James Canton. There's a lot of hype around him due to his dunking ability, much like with Sun Chung-gu from North Korea. But it seems like the hype has quieted down around Canton a bit. And maybe with a good performance here in the Unsigned Hype tournament, maybe we'll see more of that hype start to come back around his way.
Black gets the little floater to go inside the paint, so Black trying to showcase, and every single player here trying to showcase that, as Petty can't get that to fall. Good defense from Platt, despite the size disadvantage. Any names here on both sides that you're looking forward to seeing, B-Ron?
So obviously obviously there's James Canton to look at, Javion Deck to look at. I'm also looking to see more of Cade Nix and Elias Platt as well. We've seen him make a little bit of an impact so far in this one. Those just off the top of my head that I look forward to seeing in this game in particular.
Graham can't get that to fall, but Javion Deck, good defense. Showcasing quite a bit of that early on is Deck, known for his interior playmaking ability. There he is dishing over to Petty. Ball swings to Deckard. Up top to Nix. Nix had Petty open for a second. Deckard wants a 2. That won't fall. Platt the board. Certainly, this is a game that doesn't always lend itself to team basketball. A lot of isolation opportunities for guys trying to prove their worth.
Yeah, that's another thing to keep in mind if you are a coach or scout looking to bring in one of these players. Marco Graham on it down, reverse style, no less. But yeah, Marsh, that's something to keep in mind too. Again, these are pickup style games. It's not regulation basketball games, so you're not going to see a lot of plays being run and that kind of stuff. It's more about the individual abilities. You are correct, but the individual abilities and how they can mesh well within a team is more so what it's all about, more so than wins and losses and that kind of thing as well.
Now, Team East has 3 Mr. Basketballs on this roster. Javion Deck, Nikiah Deckard, and Cade Nix is New Jersey's basketball. Deckard, Mr. Basketball for Pennsylvania. Deck, though, showcasing early on some ability to work in the 2-man game here for Team Red. Petty wants a jumper. That won't fall. Rebound for James Canton.
And those 2-man game abilities are very, very important. That's a big part of basketball, modern basketball these days, and you see a lot of it at this level and as you get higher up too. So how you can work in that tandem with your teammates is important. So good to see that on display here as well.
Canton gets the jumper to go, showcasing a little bit different style of game as James Canton, not just the high risers. Nix is going to be turned away.
Yeah, were you
Canton board, he'll push in transition.
But yeah, we're seeing Canton getting highlight reel dunks. Now we're seeing a lot of other things from this game, and that's good, honestly. If you're a team looking at James Canton in particular, you want to see him show more than just his dunking ability. Because we know we can do that. But what else can you do?
And it's been fascinating. Canton was, during last season, as he was unsigned, because he had yet to be a name in the recruit pool, beyond actually, an official recruit, just a name in the pool. There's a lot of hype around Canton as he shot almost as a foul is Ruben Matthew. No box out there from Team Red. But Canton,
that's the result.
Canton, well regarded, yet when the recruiting period started, was nowhere to be found.
Right. Kind of appeared out of nowhere on the scene, and this is, by the way, in relation to the other James Canton, who we've seen write articles and that kind of stuff occasionally.
The
relation to that one.
Canton, yes. No, they're not the same person.
Yeah, no relation.
Perhaps that's what. No bloodline there. Perhaps that's why James Canton, out of Alabama, remains unsigned. Or Arkansas, rather. Excuse me. Those Bible Belt teams. Here's DeMarco Graham showcasing another little inside game. And a much smaller defender. We saw Javion Deck on the other end do the same. Here's Kyrie Petty. Screen comes. Maybe not the best, but he'll dump inside. That's Colson. Sean Colson tries the fader, gets it to go.
Tough shot, man. Tough shot to get the ball, too. I was expecting maybe a bit of a back down there, but decided against it and helped open your face. And it worked anyway. Wow.
Inside. That's another good jumper.
Nice. We love the
very good jumper by Buckley. And 5, Team Black on top. Here's Petty for 3. Call it a 2, of course. That is good.
Nice shot there, young man. I know you mentioned it earlier, Marsh, but it's really I'm seeing that one white shirt on the red team, as we're calling them, and it's really throwing me off.
James Canton.
Yeah.
So far, no turnovers as a result of that. Here's Platt to Buckley. Ball swinging around. Good ball movement. Here's Platt, though. Good defense there from Kyrie Petty to recover. And to the to see.
There it is. High fly, young man.
James Canton does not disappoint.
Not
as
at
Petty
all.
finds Deck wide open, and Deck has been a really great pick and roll guy far here for Team Red.
Absolutely.
There was no denying that.
We talk about roles a lot too, and I think that's a role that maybe goes a little bit, or that's not like a traditional role, a pick and roll kind of guy. But yeah, I don't know where I'm going with this, Marsh, but I feel like that's one that one of the things where it makes a lot of sense in my head. I can't put the words together right now, but it makes sense in my head, Marsh. Help me out, man. Words are hard.
He does a good job as a screener.
Thank you.
That's
yeah,
what you're trying to get to.
That's what I was looking at. Yes, thank you. Words are hard. Thanks, Mark.
Got it. You got it. Teamwork. Teamwork makes the dream work here.
Absolutely.
Marco Graham impressing early on. He had another back down. That one over deck. Tries to post up inside. Looks like he has some position. Buckley trying to go to work, though. Will. Good defense by Petty. Can't get the dunk on the follow. Was Xavier Ruben Matthew. Here's Decker. He's been quiet. I did have the fadeaway. He wants to go on Canton. Or up and in. Here's some questions. James Cam, plenty of offense. We haven't seen much defense from him as Deckard goes to the rack. Canton can't answer. Rebound to Petty. Although I have to say, of these 10 guys, B-Ryan, here's Coulson for 2. Yeah. 12-11 now. Not many of them are standing out as elite or not elite. This is a very even-keeled group right now that we're seeing play in terms of talent level.
Yeah, and honestly, I think that's a good thing in some regard. Having a lot of guys who here so far in this first game that are on the same level in terms of skill and competitiveness, that kind of stuff. If you have a guy who stands out, sure, that's all the better. But getting that point where you have kids that are going back and forth, it's great.
13 all after that Deckard double, and we are just 2 points from crowning a winner here in the first game of our Unsigned Hype tournament. Inside it goes. That's DeMarco Graham going to work on deck. Good defense. Gets the offensive board, though. Kicks it out to Buckley. Here's Canton. Chance to win it with a 2 should he want it. That's over into the corner. That's Buckley. Screen frees Platt. He doesn't want the triple. Canton. A lot of ball movement. Not a lot of shooting here. Got 13 seconds. He just passes at this point. That's 20. 39-second shot clock here in the Unsigned Type tournament. Platt was wide open. Graham doesn't find him. 5 seconds to shoot mercilessly. Inside it goes for the alley-oop. No, off the back rim and out. Rebound for Coulson's. Red's got a chance. Does Petty want to call game? He does not. Driving in, trying to make it 14. That could have been a foul if we have a ref out there, but swallow the whistle because no one's there to call it. 14-13 Red.
Nobody wants to call fouls, man. It's the pickup game. I don't think they're going to call fouls today. If they do, it'll be a lot of them.
Fouls in pickup game. Let's go with that. Always is fascinating to me. We can talk about that on the next one. Here's Platt going to work. Kicks it out to Matthew Rubin. Xavier driving in. No defense there from Coulson. We're back to 14 apiece. And I'll let our producer confirm it. We got 2 points to win this game? We believe so. 2 points. We're going to find out what they've decided on the floor here as this jumper does go, but we keep churning on. Win by 2, of course. Now we say.
Right, right. We knew it all along.
And now we can comfortably say that's a no-brainer. Here's Canton. Not a chance to win here for Black. Chance to tie, though. Here's Platt going to work. We have not seen much of a jumper from Platt today. A lot of driving into the right paint. Good dition. So he can't beat his man off the dribble there. Good floater, but not a lot of offense. There's Canton wide open on the cut, but Graham misses him.
He backed out of the cut, though. He had it there, had the space. He didn't commit to the cut.
See if they go back to Graham. Deck has not had a great job defending Graham inside. Here's Platt for the pull-up. Midi, Chris Paul style. 15 all again.
Love to see that.
Why is Platt? Need a guy to control the second unit. Platt may be at Petty for the game. Calling it. Yes, sir. Ties the shoe. They're moving on. back in Houston. Team Midwest versus Team West here. The second game of our Unsigned Hype Tournament. Winner moves on to face off against Kyrie, Petty, and Team East. Petty had a phenomenal game there in our opener to get the game winner in a comeback win for Team East over Southeast. Team Black, that is going to be, as the jumper there from LaPorte will not fall, the Hawaiian native. That's Team West. Sol Evans, Seth Klarner, Vaughn Moe, Christian Jamuri, and LaPorte. Back as Team Red gets there first. That's going to be Jarrell Beauchamp, Xavier Mann, D'Angelo Wallace, Dewan Gaffney Ward, should be a familiar name for many, and Bonye Thunda. A couple notes here. Jarrell Beauchamp, many thought he was headed to Bad Boys basketball. That deal fell through. He remains unsigned out of Nevada. And then Bonye Thunda, a surprising name added here to the Unsigned Hype Tournament, the lowest ranked player in this tournament, number 37th ranked in the Midwest region, point guard out of Fort Wayne, Indiana.
Yeah, boy,
he has the ball here in the corner.
Opportunity here on his hands. As like you said, the lowest ranked player competing in the Unsigned Hype Tournament today. This is really fun to see him eventually get a shine on and land in the team somewhere late during the recruiting period.
There's Gaffney Ward, used to be rostered here in SimWorld Prep, but searching for a new home after spending some time with Rocky Mountain Monsters. Pull-up jumper won't fall there for the Hawaiian. LaPorte.
Yeah,
there's Wallace.
Gaffney Ward out here in this season with the Monsters after they had a really good season last season, March, and you think that they want to keep that going, but apparently where's the play?
How about, are we going to go Thunda or Thunda? Bring in the Thunda with that 2-point jumper.
Hey, look, sure. Either or works, I guess. We'll have to see what that pronunciation is.
We'll make the decision for him. We'll call him Thunda. Bring the Thunda.
You sure did, though. Look, for the freshman.
Working inside, up and in. That'll fall. Sol Evans, the #1 ranked recruit left in the Pacific region. Out of Oakland, California, 6'5" rim protector. Plenty of athleticism in that frame as we see him going to work there inside.
We had an almighty pull out of Texas and Sol Evans here in California. Wild.
Meant to be on the same team.
Yeah. Cole brothers or whatever. They're not related, but it's fine. Easy nickname. You got it. Easy do a nickname.
Here's Xavier Mann, Colorado's Mr. Basketball. 6'6", 229. He looks a little bit bigger than that, though certainly the afro is adding to that height.
Almost definitely it is. Hey!
Ooh. Driving inside, Vaughn Moe. Oak Harbor, Washington native. Cuts that lead to 2. Red had a 4-0 advantage early on. Inside, Mann, yes sir. Xavier Mann showing plenty of post opportunities here, B-Ron. Plenty of post skills.
Oh yeah, big time moves inside there. And, to go back to our previous game for a minute and maybe a little bit of this one too. We know it's not about who wins and who loses, that kind of stuff. But we'll say the ability to showcase the clutch being ability to come back when you're down from a deficit does something innocent even in a game like this. So hey, run it out there, coach.
All about, look, we said it in the first game, I would say a 9 really showcased plenty of talent. The one lone, maybe unimpressive performance was that of Nix. He didn't really get a chance to shine in that one.
Right.
Cade Nix out of New Jersey. Inside his Beauchamp, he can't get that to go. And he has it stolen from him by Jamuri.
Down the corner.
That's a corner 3 answer. And off the Jamuri steal, Christian Jamuri on the defensive play there. Red has seen their lead dwindle back down to 2 yet again.
What I'm talking about. You gotta find ways to stay in the game and not give up when things are looking a little bit rough. And look at that.
Port with some good defense there on Thunder.
Yeah, able to recover and keep the ball in play, and they're going the other way with it. Very nice.
Seth Klarner, he had the corner jumper. There's LaPorte, Hawaiian, coming across the Pacific Ocean and half the continent to get here to Houston. Here's Klarner, hit 1 double. Gets a second.
Nice.
Seth Klarner, movement shooter out of San Gabriel, California, left unsigned. He could be a valuable piece to a team in need of some additional shooting here.
Yeah, I don't think you can ever have too much shooting, considering the goal of the game is small basket, as they say. You can never have too much of that. Find the spots, man. You'll get your spot to find somewhere. You should like that.
Man can't get that to fall. Good defense inside. Rebound heads the opposite direction. Coast to coast. My goodness.
Man, that was impressive.
Here's Jamuri on the board. Impressive run there from Von Mo. He wants another.
Oh,
another. Von Mo showcasing some athleticism and some verticality here for Team Black as they've rallied back to take a 2-point advantage. Von Mo, talented player out of Oak Harbor. Good offensive creator from inside the paint.
Good defense there, Murray.
Murray, that's a couple steals there from Christian Jamuri. And Evans there on the take, doesn't get that to go. Sol Evans. Haven't seen too much of him. Von Mo is kind of taken over as of late. Here back into Murray. Excuse me, Evans, I apologize. Can he get us some activity going? Little fade hook. Yes, sir, he can.
Look at that fade hook, man. I don't think we see that enough. Most guys want to try to go into and get contact. Not there. A little finesse. He's a little guy, too.
Beauchamp step back for two. Gets it to go. It's part of what's made him the #1 player in that Mountain West region out of Carson City, Nevada.
Yeah, you'd think that the #1 player in that region, as of now, or if he was there the whole time, you think he'd have found a home somewhere previously, way before this. But here we are, man.
Back to the well. There's 2 more, but of course, the belief was he was headed to Bad Boys basketball, but that deal fell through. Did not end up signing with them. Bad Boys now has a full roster. They've since moved on, but Beauchamp in need of a home, it appears. Good defense inside, my Red. Tie basketball game here, 9 apiece. Inside to Wallace. Wallace gets it to go, and it's back to a 1-point edge headed the opposite direction.
Yeah, Beauchamp sure is in need of a home, and I know that we've talked about it before. I know it's been mentioned previous times, but Rocky Mountain's right there. They're right in his backyard. I feel like that's a good spot. They've one spot left. Maybe they do give it to him after all, maybe.
Here's Wallace bringing it up here for Team Red. Game tied at 10 again. Having 2 very competitive games inside or out on the perimeter of man. Got a man wide open for a split second. Finds Beauchamp up top. Champ to Thunder. As man if he wants him. Tight, and he steps out of bounds. Very tight spacing there on that one. Not the best decision.
No, spacing wasn't great, but he also missed his man in the post who was calling for the ball and didn't see him. Had to keep your eyes up at all times.
Or inside to Jamuri. Jamuri, we have seen plenty of him on the defensive side. We have not seen much offensive creation from Jamuri. He wants the jumper from the free throw line. He says, how about this?
Man. Good talk about him, March.
Years of an out there, every single one of them.
Yeah.
Wallace gets the screen from man. Acrobatic layup.
Yeah.
These are not being made, or easy buckets being made by anybody.
Not at all.
This is some high-class basketball, class bucket making. Here's Mo.
Yeah, all these kids are making everybody work for it out here.
Sol Evans, quick step to get there. Might have gotten away with travel.
Maybe, but
no one out there to call the whistles. No one out there to blow a whistle, charge an infraction. There's man, can't get that to go. Good defense inside from Von Mo.
And also, too, do you really want to be the guy in a bigger game who's calling fouls? Like, relax.
Oh, poster though.
Oh!
Get the print shop ready. Oh, no.
My goodness.
Get the SimWorld social team on that one. Put it up for all to see. Von Mo, 3 highlight reel dunks to his name in this one.
Yeah, that'll get people talking about you for sure.
Might have been the most impressive player in this one, the number 4 recruit out of Oak Harbor, at least from his athleticism and a questionable court violation there from Laporte. But Von Mo stealing
the show here
in this one.
Yep, stealing the show here in game 2 for sure, man. He's man. I'm speechless, Marge. I'm speechless, and that's rare for me. But here we are.
It's worthy of nothing. No speech necessary on that one. There's Laporte. Gets the screen from Klarner. Wants to pull up. He gets it. Ball game. We're back in Houston, the championship game of the Unsigned Hype Tournament. It's Team East versus Team Midwest. Game winners from Kyrie Petty and Bonje Thunda have gotten us here as Petty going to work. Can't get that one early on. Thunda with the board on cue. First day of SimWorld Prep organized basketball since the end of the season. And our first, we get a steal here from Deck. Our first until the season starts December 1st.
You're knocking on the door, man. You're right there. We're so close. Another month, children. Another month, man.
Top to Petty. Kyrie Petty gets the jumper to fall. Kyrie Petty out of Silver Spring, Maryland. Not Maryland's Mr. Basketball, but put on a show in Game 1 worthy of it.
He sure did. And, you know, really been impressed by Petty in the first game of the tournament, and no bias there, even though he's from Maryland. No bias there, I promise you. I promise.
Sure. I'm sure there's absolutely no opinion of yours.
None whatsoever, man.
Inside to Deck. Deck, the #1 recruit coming into this in the Northeast region. Beautiful up and under on Xavier Mann. Says this is why. To move there from Javion Deck.
Great pass.
Xavier Mann answering that bell with ease. The Denver, Colorado native. An afro that makes him 7-1. Jumper won't fall. Thune to the board. We're tied at 2. We're playing a 15. Win by 2. Ochamp struggled a little bit. Caught some
Some posters.
Some posters.
Yeah. Sure did, man. Saw some posters there in that second game we saw a few minutes ago, but pretty sure they're ready to put it behind him very fast. Gonna have to anyway. Gonna have to. Because if he doesn't, oh boy. This can't be this basketball and get annoyed by the defense there, and there is another big bucket there inside. 4-3 in black in the lead. And inside, great tip in there, tying the game for 4. Marsh just stepped away for a moment. And I will be taking over the commentary duties until he returns.
Some in-arena question marks, I apologize. Here's Gaffney Ward up and in for 2.
Can make it a good time, Marsh.
Yes, indeed.
Man.
The jumper answered. Team Red. 5-5 here.
Just like in the first 2 games, Marsh, there's been a lot of tough baskets he made on both sides. These are not easy shots these kids are taking to make it. Making them work for it, everybody is.
I mean, that's where we've got to see. We saw JV on deck do that a lot in game 1 to kind of push the issue for players to have to beat him over the top like that.
Yeah, and you know, and that's the tough part too. Well, not tough, but I think that's a good thing. That all these kids are getting after it and making each other work for it. Because, you know, again, you can play good defense all you want. Sometimes the shot just goes, nothing you can do about it. It's still good defense, just better shot.
Well, Thunda playing a good second game here. Again, the lowest ranked recruit is Thunda, 37th out of the Midwest region, out of Indiana. To the pin, won't fall there. Thunda the board. Ochamp wants 2, gets 2. Black on top, 9-7.
Yeah, and even though he's from Indiana, Thunda, the Indy Stripes don't have a roster spot open available for him. He may have to look elsewhere if he wants to get on a roster this season. But there's still plenty of time for things to change, of course. Well, a couple of days anyway, I should say.
How about Deck there? Also going up against Xavier Minnis. Second straight game. Really looked good inside the paint on offense.
Yeah. JV on deck has got them 5, has 2 spots left. Maybe JV on 5
taking advantage.
Thunda really coming alive here in game 2, or game 3.
He might be the lowest ranked. He's not playing like it. He has fit in this game. His deck can't get that to go. Good interior defense from Man.
Absolutely.
And we're through a game and a half here, B-Ron. Give me one name. Let me say one name. Who has stood out to these games?
One name?
One name.
Monday Thunda. And just for what really stood apart in the second game from him.
Okay. I'm going to go Von Mo. Von Mo went coast to coast twice.
Yeah.
On Beauchamp. 3 high-profile dunks. And then let's do one name that disappointed you based off your expectations coming in.
I think Caden Nix. Ooh, beautiful hop step inside. My goodness.
Everybody says you should be saying my name, sir. But
Yeah,
one name
here.
that disappointed. One name for you that disappointed.
Caden Nix, honestly. And I took it no fault of his own, but he didn't really get a chance to do a whole lot in that first game. So, you know, that's mine. Go you.
I think that's the right answer. Maybe Buckley. But these are tough. It's another good bucket. JV on deck has looked really good. I think choosing a guy that has really stood out has been harder than choosing one that is disappointed. I think Nix is the easy choice. In that first game, I guess we didn't hear too much from DeJuan Gaffney Ward, but if you look at Team West, Von Mo was great. Jamuri had great defensive possessions. Klarner was a great shooter. Laporte showed some really great offensive games as well. Just hasn't been many guys that have disappointed here, which goes to show the depth of this league. We're going to have a lot of guys worthy of roster spots that won't end up on one as Colson gets the steal here of Beauchamp.
There you go, reward him!
Deck. Who else?
Reward that man from the floor. Very nice. Already missed him for a second there, honestly. Oh.
It's going to be knocked out of bounds. It's going to be red ball. Chance here for them to tie it up or take the lead on a 2.
A questionable pass.
Inside Deck. Get an opportunity to again go to work. Decides not to hit the cutter. Up and in. Good defense. Xavier Mann has looked really good on the defensive end.
Yeah, really has.
Deck has gotten him a couple times, but he's stood up to the challenge on multiple occasions.
Yeah, and that goes back to what I was saying earlier about, you know, these kids really getting after it. And oh, man.
11-13.
Jeez.
Gaffney Ward, huh?
Yeah.
The reason that man was rostered a season ago. There's Colson trying to get his. No, sir. Gaffney Ward twice. Says, do you want to go a third time? And sit away from him. DeJuan Gaffney Ward. What a defensive possession there on Colson. A pair of blocks and a snatch away steal.
Fantastic on the defensive end. Now their offense. Love to see a score here from them.
Beauchamp pull-up jumper, 1 point away for a black win. Team Red trying to stay alive. It's Deckard. Trying to go to it. Isolation. Driving to the rack through man. Gets it to go. Staying alive, but they'll need to stop here. Otherwise, it's blouses in Houston.
Yep, Midwest looking for the win right here on the possession.
Wallace with it. Screen from man. Looks like an angle. Dex doesn't want to get it. That's it. Got a champion Midwest, your Unsigned Hype tournament.
This has been a presentation